It's Bob Banos. Our company is California Water Solutions. We're found at purerainstorage.com. We designed ideas to rethink water and how to bring pure, clean, safe water into your home. Out here, you'll see I'm in front of a prototype we have. This is our second. And we have a large working system behind me. And I'm holding a valve that allows you to take a large volume of water, 1,500 gallons in this case, and use it in case of fire. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me start from the beginning. So why don't you follow me, and we're going to start with where the rain comes down and meets the roof. We're in sunny California, and it is certainly not rainy season for us. So we had to invent the rain, and you'll see up here that I've just simply put our local sprinkler in, which is feeding into a device which will pre-treat your water by allowing the first 5 gallons to go through the drain pipe down to the ground, and the 6th gallon will be taken out through one or both of the 2 arteries you see on the left side. Here you can see the rain, untreated, is heading into the service canal and under our roof and on our way over to a large 1,500 gallon rainwater tank. And I'll talk more about that when we get down there. All right, the small tank, a small version of the system, the 1,500 gallons, but you see behind me, and water has been coming in, as you can see, via a pressure sensor switch to fill the tank up. But in order to collect rain, we have to tell it to stay empty. So now once it's empty, what will happen is the mains water, which is coming through this line here, will get a signal from a line which is connected to the pump switch system, and the water then is conducted from the municipal in through the switch, no longer pulling water from the pump and tank combination. Water is filtered, gets UV, and it's on its way to the house. We need to explain how the tank is smart enough to know that rain is about to come. A pressure sensor inside will measure the barometer and will tell the solenoid that it is time to stay closed. Do not fill the tank up with this roughly 1 day's worth of water for the inside of the house. Well, now that poses a second problem, which is if you're going to draw down the water, you're going to have an empty tank. Where will you get your water from? So if we zoom in over here, you can see that we're running the municipal to two places. One is into the solenoid to fill the tank up every 100 gallons, and we need to fill it up now. So here's the float telling us that we need water. You can see the water in here. And this is the water from the municipal. This is no longer rainwater. And now we've filled up the tank. So now the switch says enough water and we're done. On a rain event that is about to happen within 24 to 48 hours, we will allow the tank to be pulled down to empty, which means that the municipal water has to run into a switch, which we have designed, to take water in from 2 sources. If you look below, you'll see water coming in from the water tank itself here. On the larger system, we have this identical thing happening. We also have the municipal water coming in through here. So this water source control switch makes the choice of which source to use and to run into a ultrafiltration system. We call this our sub-micron 3-stage water filtering system. This system alone we are selling as a standalone product, which just simply takes your water in and takes your water out. All your showers, all your sinks are all clean with water at or well below EPA minimal standards. So let's test this and see how it will work. looking at the back side of the tank. Now this would normally be the side facing your wall. These systems I have designed to put up against, flush against a side wall of the home where it's convenient, sitting on a pad which you can see here might extend 12 feet, roughly 4 meters or 4.5 meters against a wall. They are designed to be thin. This is 304 stainless steel, very high quality chromium steel, the best surface next to glass for your water. So now, if you'll come on and follow me here, I'm going to show you how we do ensure that the tank is empty so that we can capture rain. Normally, it's not raining, and in California, in this part of the state, we get rain maybe 3 or 4 months of the year, and that leaves 8 months where it's dry. So what to do? We run the municipal water here through this line, and then it's going to fork. The fork in the road is right here. One fork takes it into a special kind of switch, and the other fork takes it right into a solenoid, which will, from time to time, fill the tank up. So let's explain why it's time to time and not always. If we look at the large tank here, we can see that roughly my height and maybe 11 feet long, or 12 feet long, is about 1,500 gallons of water. And given a four-person household, you might consume 400 of those gallons in one day. Out here, maybe 80 gallons in other states or other parts of the state, but typically that number tends to be between 80 and 100 gallons. So one day's worth brings it down to about here. We've designed the system so that, let me go over here, the float or a pressure sensor device, which we also have installed, will basically weigh the water for you, and after one day that water has gone down, you can see here's the water coming in, and it will signal the system to bring water in. Stop. There's not enough water. So this is our system. We have the water coming into the tank through the municipal line unless rain is detected and it's on its way, in which case we are going to allow the tank to empty down in about 3 days. And if in that case, then we need to supply water automatically through the municipal line, turning the pump switch system off, and now water is filtered as before, coming through the municipal. The rain comes, it fills up our tank, and we now have caught 1,500 gallons of rain behind you. This unit here stands alone in the house, and we decide to use water. And the source control, if you look here, you'll see that it is now saying it is pulling water from the mains. Can we zoom in and catch that right there? You see that? So it's pulling the water in from the mains and no longer pulling it in from the tank because the tank is empty. The house always has clean, purely filtered water. After a rain event occurs, or should the rain be a smoke screen, it never does rain, the system is smart enough to reset itself, and it goes back to delivering water into the house by filling up the tank with municipal and drawing down only about 1 day's worth of water. Follow me over here. I'd like to show you an interesting component of our design on our rainwater catchment tanks. This valve here is a standard fireman's gate valve, which takes out 2.5 inches of hose to take out 1,500 gallons, which is enough water for about 25 minutes or 30 minutes of water coming out at a lower end of a pumper truck rate. So that's quite a bit of water. That's 50 gallons in a minute, which would be roughly 10 of those 5-gallon paint cans that you'll see at Yardbirds or Home Depot or Lowe's. Quite a bit of water to go around your house with 100-foot sections of hose, and if you wanted to, you could even adapt a Y here, have 2 hose connectors and just have one that goes around one side and one around the other side of the home. In any event, you are perfectly protected. You will create an immense water vapor barrier which will save property and save lives during the unfortunate event should a fire be coming over the next ridge, as in the ridge you see out there. Now let's return to the unit that encloses our system. Let me move out of the way, and we'll show you here an interesting, we think an interesting part. It turns out that if you want ultimately clean water, you need to pass it through UV as a third stage. So you'll see a UV unit right here. We're just installing a brand new one on our prototype over there. But this is what it looks like. And the enclosure by itself without a tank would be roughly 3 feet by 3 feet and would sit adjacent to a wall in your home. And as we said, it is plug and play, water in, water out, done in a day. If you buy a tank system, your water is always filtered, whether it be mains or well or rain. But it's not so simple. It's going to take a while because this box first has to be larger because it will come with a pump and a water control switch, and then your 3 stages of filtration. A final note in passing is that we are adapting our filtration units to accommodate different media, different contaminants that you may find in your water. We have a county north of us which has an issue with nitrates in the water, and we have a county south of us that will have unusual spikes in herbicides such as atrazine, also perchlorate in water because they happen to be the recipients of runoff from manufacturing and industry. So we can adapt or modify the second stage of the filtering to address those issues. It's very competitively priced, and as we say, we've eliminated all of your plumbing costs because we don't enter the building. We simply put it right up and we're gone in a day. You do the prep work, of course. Okay, so this is our system. I hope you understand now how we can collect the water from rain or mains and keep a tank full in the event of a fire or another emergency use, such as an algae bloom or some incidents where you need to turn off your water and bypass it. You now have 1,500 gallons of water to drink and to keep you perfectly safe in the home. This unit here is standalone. This is a filtering unit, and it has no tanks involved with it. It just simply takes your municipal or well water and runs it right through 3 stages of filtration and on into the home. Or you can conserve water by collecting your rain and allowing the system to sense rain is coming, draw down the water to 0, provide water into the home to the municipal. When the rain comes, you now have a full tank of rain. And that is our system. You can find us at California Water Solutions. Our website is purerainstorage.com, or you can write to us at CWS@PureRainStorage. I hope you've enjoyed it, and be sure that you ensure that you have pure, clean, safe water. Cheers!